were here at KMD for the last 3 days. And the first day was a session with institutional stakeholders to look at some of the work we have done on long-term energy, water energy food planning, and a lot of WEF governance, water energy food governance and policy coherence analysis. In the second, third day, this was the transition space meeting where we recapped on the ambitions of the transition space and reported back to the transition space members on how we translated their different visions for the future of Kenya and its infrastructure and how people live into planning models. We were looking at the validity of the models, what are they missing, were there things that were surprising, insightful from a policy perspective.
Today was quite a reflective session, especially in looking at the findings from Transition Space 1 and 2 and how now it has actually been modeled. The conversations that we've had today about the inputs into the model and how they will be used for future policy making.
EPIC is a very good initiative, and it's outstanding because it's visionary in nature. We can be able to visualize how we can have a community with an ecosystem which is sustainable, clean water, sanitation, food, road network, and energy.
I think I was kind of very anxious to get to know what the EPIC project is all about. And I think I am very elated because I think I've learned of several models. That is the water-based system. I've also learned of the web-based system, and I've also learned of this other model on community-based systems. So these are models that we as African or a developing country have kind of not integrated or visualized into some of these models.
I was so thrilled by the peer exchange by the different colleagues on the nexus of energy, how the different dichotomies of energy are evolving, especially the power concern in Kenya, and the variants and different opinions that different people had. That intrigued me because it also gave me different ideas that no energy ecosystem is cast on stone, and it is always good to have variants.
I think the idea that we can dream, we can visualize, that our stories can be told in a manner that can transit into modeling and hopefully into policy and into practice, that's what excites me about this space.
What gives me hope is the fact that the engagement of different stakeholders, bringing together different stakeholders to visualize a sustainable future for all of us, for all of our coming generations, and using this kind of technologies like participatory modeling and data to bring together stakeholders to make decisions in a transparent way. So this gives me hope with the water, energy, food nexus process. I think let's continue to engage. Let's continue to bring together different stakeholders. Let's continue with these conversations so that we can ensure a just future. We talked about justice, equitable future, whereby everybody is able to realize their values through this kind of living systems that really are beneficial for all.
I would love to see how the findings of the whole project come together, and I also want to see some level of practice, because we're good at creating, we're good at dreaming, at policy making, but I want to see something tangible on the ground, especially along the Tana Basin.
This is possible. What we are discussing is possible. Yes.